Hello and welcome all to our channel. So let's start today's video. It is based on classification of material. So what is classification of material? Grouping of similar things together is called the classification. For example, utensils you will keep in the kitchen, books you keep in the study room. Now a question arises, what is the need of classification? So there are two main points. First, to have a systematic knowledge of things, and to have a general idea about all the member of a group. Now, for example, things can be classified into two main groups, living and non-living. Further, they are classified as in living we have plants and animal. They both are different groups. In non-living we have naturals and man-made. From this classification we have a knowledge that living things use air to breathe and non-living things do not use air. If we study further, again we have a question how to classify materials. So the classification of various objects or things into groups can be done on the basis of their similarity, dissimilarity, and their physical and chemical properties. Now we will study some properties on the basis of which we classify materials. So first one is luster. So first group is lustrous. Material having luster or shine are metals such as gold, silver, copper, and some metal alloy such as steel, stainless steel, brass, and diamond. Now the second one is non-lustrous, those material which have dull appearance, for example paper, wood, chalk, plastic, rubber. Now the next properties on the basis of surface. So there are two types, one is smooth surface, mirrors, stainless steel, gold plates, as you can see in the image also. There is a metal ball, and rough surface, rock, wood, and many more examples. There is a Rubik's cube with a rough surface. So move on to next property, transparency. So on this we have three types. One is transparent, through which light passes easily and we can see from them. Water is the best example. The next is opaque, the material which do not allows light to pass through them. As you can see in the image, apple is an opaque object, it is blocking the rays of light. The third one is translucent. So these material only allows some of the light pass through them. They are not completely opaque and not the complete transparent. So the next property is the hardness. So first one is hard object. So we cannot change the shape of the hard object by simply pressing it. And the next one is soft material. For the soft material we can easily change their shape by pressing. And the uses of hard material is in vehicles, machine, and furnitures. And for soft material we use them in the cushion and clothing. So the next one is ductility and malleability. First I will explain ductility. So if a material is ductile, we are able to make wires from the material without breaking it, or you can say threads, as gold. And we use copper to make the electricity wires. So second is malleable or malleability. So malleable means we are capable to make the sheets from the material without breaking it. We only use pressing and hammering. So examples are aluminium, because we can make the utensils from the aluminium. So last one is brittle. So brittle materials will break down when we try to bend them. For example, your bones and the cast iron. Bone will crack when you try to bend it. So the next property we use to classify material is solubility. So first for solids. Solids can be classified into two: soluble, solid which completely dissolve in water. For example, salt and sugar. The next is insoluble, solid which do not dissolve completely in water. For example of insoluble solids are your stone, your sand, these all are, or wood, your metals, these all are the example of insoluble solids. Now the liquids, they are also categorized in two groups. First is miscible, liquid which mix completely with each other. For example, your shampoo with water, milk with water. And second group is immiscible liquids, so liquid which do not mix completely with each other. So the best example for this is oil and water, they do not mix with each other. I hope after watching this video some basic questions related to classification are clear to you, like what is the importance of classification, and how to classify materials, and what is the need to classify. So thanks for watching, and if you like the video, give a thumbs up, and in comment section you can also write the specific topic if you want a video on that.